Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Burpee. Welcome back to the Comic Book Asylum. Figured after the debauchery of the last video, I know again I couldn't do math if you're following that video, and I couldn't tell you the address to my own website. Pretty sad. I'm gonna go ahead and blame it on the gin and tonic. Shit happens when you've been drinking. Anyway, now that we're ready to go, I figured maybe we'd do some looking at these issues together. Another sip. If you want, hit pause, go get yourself something to drink, eat, smoke, whatever you want. We're not judgmental here. So, yeah, let's have at it. Let's see what we got this week. Astonishing Tales. So I don't know. That's a pretty good title. I'm digging it. The covers are fucking gorgeous, guys. Kenneth Rocafort. Keep an eye on that. That is going to be a name. I'm telling you. This guy has some beautiful looking stuff. It's almost, I don't know. I don't even know who to compare it to, okay? That says a lot. You do a lot of comparing of artists, you know. You take Tony Daniels on the Battle for Cowell stuff and you say, hey, this guy looks a little bit like Jim Lee, okay? Kenneth Rocafort? I don't know, man. If you can tell me who he looks like, click on the rant and you let me know. But as it stands now, I don't really have anything. Maybe a little Leinil Yu because of the scratchiness, sketchiness, but not too much. Anyway, so you get to the interiors. Some of this stuff's really good. Some of it really fucking blows, okay? So, the initial stuff with Wolverine, Punisher, and the Predator X, that's pretty cool. That's a sweet story. Kind of simple, kind of fun. Beautiful art. Again, Kenneth Rocafort. Let's see, what do we got here? Following that, though, man, the middle section of this fucking title to this issue, number 4, terrible, okay? This Iron Man 2020 shit is so bad, okay? Arno Stark, go the fuck away. Please do not come back. I don't ever need to see your ass again. And then that was followed by The Demons, written by Shane McCarthy, and the artist is Martin Redmond. Can't honestly say I've ever heard of them. The writing, I don't get it. What the fuck is going on in this story? There's a lot of not talking, which is fine. It definitely works in some instances. In this instance, it does not. The art's pretty nice. I wouldn't mind seeing this guy on maybe like an Iron Fist. You threw him on Iron Fist, he could do some nice fight scenes. But the story itself made no sense. I don't know. If you can tell me what's going on here. I mean, it makes sense up until you get to the point where Deadpool's crying, sweating, dropping fucking water off his nose, whatever the hell that is. And then from there, everything disappears and Daredevil's smiling, and I don't get it. And then lastly, you got the Mojo story. And I'm sorry, but I am a Mojo fan, okay? You throw Mojo in there, I'm in. Granted, it's not necessarily a continuity story. It's a little goofy. Yeah, whatever. Pretty good. So, Astonishing Tales. Let's see. Next up, got Amazing Spider-Man. Alright. Issue number 593. Pretty good stuff, alright? A little disturbing, though. I don't know if you've been reading this. Last issue, the cliffhanger page was a little fucked up, alright? I don't know about you, but I don't ever need to see Aunt May having some little time with J. Jonah Jameson Sr., okay? If J. Jonah Jameson Sr. wants to knock the dust off that like Jarvis was doing pre-Scrolls, that's cool. Don't need to see it, though. Nightmare worthy. Poor Peter got to see that shit. Good stuff, though. Next up, we got Exiles. Exiles number 2, alright? This issue, big ups to Jeff Parker, okay? And Jordan D. White, the editor, the assistant editor of the title. Mostly because they put in Maggot, alright? Granted, he's just a chauffeur in the title, but Maggot's like Mojo for me, okay? I am a fan. You put him in it, I'm buying it. If you put him in it and during your run, I'm picking up your entire run, alright? Whatever the title is, I'm fucking in that shit. Pretty good. I can't say that it's really like I don't know. It's not going to rock your boat, you know. This title isn't going to do anything to be like, oh shit, gotta pick that up continuously. Yeah, it's just not one of those titles, but it's fun. Unfortunately, it's not touching on the initial run of Exiles, okay? Let's be honest. It's better than the Claremont shit, though. Yeah, I didn't get me started on that one, but Exiles, yeah, it's pretty good. And because it's Maggot in it, pick this shit up if you're a Maggot fan. I know there's like 2 of us, alright? But anyway, for the other one of you, it's worth it. Let's see, next up we got Flash Rebirth, number 2. I'm really disappointed in this title, okay? Let's be serious. Green Lantern Rebirth was really good, alright? It revitalized the Green Lantern stuff, and I'd even go as far as to argue that Green Lantern, post all of that, and getting set back up in his title and relaunching Green Lantern Corps, putting great artists and writers on it, it's really revitalized that whole character, okay, and that mythos. That is quite possibly the flagship title of DC. Whoa, I know. DC is Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. Alright, that's their trinity. Number 1, I don't buy it. Wonder Woman, love the character. How are you going to say she's one of the top 3? She's not, okay? She's just not. She can only support 1 title, and just barely. Superman, alright? Good stuff, but currently, I'm just really not digging it. I don't think it sells as well as maybe it sells well, but there's a lot of name recognition when you fucking slap Superman on that shit. You slap that, you know, red and yellow S on there. And Batman, okay? Batman, though, doesn't even have Bruce Wayne Batman, alright? And Superman doesn't even have Superman. So I know they're building towards other things with those guys, but it's just not there right now. Green Lantern, though. And I know this is a tangent off of this fucking title, because we're not even talking about the character. How are you going to say she's one of the top 3? She's not, okay? She's just not. She can only support 1 title, and just barely. Superman, alright? Good stuff, but currently, I'm just really not digging it. I don't think it sells as well as maybe it sells well, but there's a lot of name recognition when you fucking slap Superman on that shit. You slap that, you know, red and yellow S on there. And Batman, okay? Batman, though, doesn't even have Bruce Wayne Batman, alright? And Superman doesn't even have Superman. So I know they're building towards other things with those guys, but it's just not there right now. Green Lantern, though. And I know this is a tangent off of this fucking title, because we're not even talking about this right now. But that's the title, so I apologize. Tangent. Fanboy tangent, we'll go back. Anyway, this is not going to do what that did, alright? Geoff Johns and Ethan Van Sciver have not accomplished that here, okay? Within 2 issues of the other one, I'm sure you all agree, you're hooked, okay? There was something magical there, okay? You could just tell that they got it, and they understood it, and they ooh, gin and tonic burp for you. And they're just ready to roll, you know? Art's beautiful in here, don't get me wrong. Writing's good. But the last page, what the hell is that? I'm sure it is not going to stick. I'm sure it's like, hey, look over here, and we're going to go over there. But, I don't know. It's just not doing it for me, okay? You know? 2 issues into Green Lantern Rebirth, I was fucking hooked. Speaking of not living up to previous titles of the same name or style, War of Kings, alright? We're now on the halfway mark at the issue 3. It's just not... Annihilation, okay, was incredible. Before Annihilation, how many space titles from Marvel were you picking up? I'll give you a second to think about that. 0! You were picking up none! Not a 1! Okay? Coming into this, how many are you picking up? If you enjoyed that, you're picking them up, every single one of them. Okay? You're picking up Guardians of the Galaxy, you're picking up Nova. You may be picking up shit stuff like Darkhawk spin-offs that they're trying to put in here, just because you know, up to this point, the quality of these titles have been fantastic. Alright? This is where that ends. This is not living up to its predecessors in the slightest bit. The art is not as good, the story's not as good, and it's really just not offering up the surprises and living up to the expectations. Within those first 2 cosmic events they've launched previous to this, you got a couple sweet reveals. Ultron, that was really cool. Mixing with the Phalanx, awesome idea. Here in War of Kings, you got a straight and narrow path, alright? We got Vulcan versus Black Bolt. And everybody else is just kind of involved.